What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Piece of Gamer Girl. My name's Gray. We are playing Lamplight City today. I had originally intended to keep going with Shapeshifting Detective. However, my boyfriend is busy at work right now, so I can't record it. But we're gonna do this because I've been wanting to play this forever. So let's do it. Why is there like a UFO up here? This looks like London. Say like early 20th century. Oh my god, it's voice acted. Oh, it's not. Oh, I'm so I'm so hyper right now. Rough night, wake up, sunshine. Bill, wake up. The carriage is on fire. No, it's not, fool. Why are you lying? Why are you lying? Oh, I have to pick what I'm gonna say. God, I am just not all there today. Let's say rough night. It is voice. Never mind.
Bit too much Bollingworth ale is all. That stuff really creeps up on you.
Sorry I couldn't join you, but I was long overdue for a quiet night in with Addie.
That's fine. There'll be plenty of other opportunities. Hell, maybe Adelaide can even join us. It's been ages since she last drank me under the table.
Afraid she mostly sticks to tea these days.
Miles, what exactly is it we're looking into? I may have dozed off during the briefing.
This is great. I'm so excited. I love that this is voice acted because this totally reminds me of like the redo of let's say Gabriel Knight Sins of the Fathers, and oh man, that was such a good game. I played it like back in the 90s when it first came out, and then it was redone like I think 2 or 3 years ago. And I'll link it down below. It's amazing. If you love this game, then you will love that one. Captain Snelling is
Honestly,
going to notice.
Bill, one of these days Snelling's gonna notice.
No, he won't. Why do you think they put him behind a desk? The man couldn't find his own backside with a pair of pliers and a lantern.
Very funny.
Oh,
Anyway,
God.
it's a burglary at the Hanbrook Flower Shop.
A burglary, eh? How dull. At least we'll have enough time to get a drink afterwards.
You seem awfully certain of that.
I am. In fact, I'd bet the devil my head that we're done within the hour.
Well, the devil's gonna be disappointed that his winnings are so meager.
How rude. Now what do we do? Oh, I guess we're stopping.
We've arrived. After you, Bill.
The city of New Britannia. Borough of Cholmondeley. Cholmondeley? Man, I love this style of video game. Is that like
Thank you.
a blink?
Keep the change.
I mean, they're so good and they're so like nostalgic for me.
And so, our night of excitement begins.
I thought that's
You
an
more than
extra
anyone
thing.
else should know that there's rarely a dull night in Chumley.
I have a feeling tonight will be the exception. Until we get to the pub, that is.
Keep your mind on the case, Bill. Now let's get a move on.
Yeah, let's do this. Oh my god, I love it so much. Left click to interact with objects. The mouse cursor is context sensitive. It's so nostalgic, I can't even.
Come on, Bill.
Charming little place, isn't it?
Charming, but empty. We need to find the owner.
Always so to the point, Fordham. If ever there was a better time to stop and smell the flowers.
I think I'll leave that to you, Bill.
I
With
wanna
my
smell 'em.
allergies, hardly.
What? Let me smell them. I want to smell some flowers.
These prices are pretty reasonable. The place I go in Worcester's clearly robbing me blind.
If you think those are bad, don't go near the flower shops in Lyon.
Not too many left. Seems business isn't so bad around here.
Well, you know what they say. There are only 3 certainties in life. Death, taxes,
and
people taking advantage of sales.
That's funny.
This is quite the selection. Come over here and take a whiff, Bill.
Sure, if you don't mind me getting snot all over your coat.
Oh, no, not the Myers case all over again. On second thought, you
Ew.
can just stay over there. Mostly a bunch of fertilizer and growth tonics.
Growth tonics, eh?
Bro,
Plant growth tonics, Bill.
Of course. I knew that.
you don't need to respond to everything.
Staircase isn't very well lit.
I'll go first. That way you can catch me if I fall.
We should probably ask for permission before heading up there. These seem to be
Nozzles?
part of the watering system for the flowers.
I haven't seen old piping like this in
Every
a while.
single time,
Seems
huh?
like someone's reluctant to upgrade.
Every time? Let's see. What can I look at? Let's ring the bell.
Be right there. Oh, hello, gentlemen. I must say you caught me by surprise. I was preparing to close soon. May I help you find anything? The flowers in the center display are half price this week, and I have a special
Chrysanthemums.
on chrysanthemums today.
They're
Or
ugly-ass
perhaps a
flowers.
custom bouquet for the special ladies in your lives?
I have no need myself, but maybe Adelaide would appreciate a little something. Eh, Miles? Those peonies in the corner look nice.
I'm afraid we're not here as customers tonight, ma'am. We'd like to have a word with the proprietor. Is he in?
I see. I am Cecilia Handbook, and this is my shop. What can I do for you, gentlemen?
Ooh,
I'm
busted
Detective Miles
out.
Fordham, and this is my partner, William Legere. We received a report of a burglary at your store.
A report? From whom? I never contacted the police before, and I didn't this time, either.
It was made anonymously, but are you saying this isn't the first time it's happened?
Correct. It's happened 3 times. But considering the police hardly care about the daily muggings and vandalisms around here, I didn't think they would be interested in something so trivial.
Well, we're here now, and we'll do all we can to help you.
We'll have to see about that.
If you wouldn't mind, Mrs. Handbrook, I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Very well, Detective.
Ooh. Okay. Oh man, have you ever played the Dagger of Amun Ra? Like, oh man, that was really early 90s. It reminds me of this too because they had exact settings like this. God, I'm gonna have to find all of these games and link them down below.
Could you give me the details concerning the burglaries?
About 3 weeks ago on Monday, I noticed that my order of Easter lilies was missing. At first, I thought nothing of it. Sometimes certain types of flowers are unavailable or arrive in poor condition. These things happen. Then 2 weeks ago on Wednesday, it happened again. But this time, I noticed something rather odd.
Go on.
When I opened the shop, there were 6 crowns and 10 shillings on the counter. That's exactly the cost of 2 orders of lilies. Last Friday, it happened yet again. The lilies were missing, and there was payment for 1 order on the counter. I believe that someone has been breaking into my shop after hours, taking the lilies, and leaving money behind.
How unusual.
That is weird. Why would they do that? Suspicious people.
Have you noticed any suspicious characters lurking around?
Detective Fordham, this is Chumley. You can't throw a stone without hitting a suspicious character. And if you've noticed my window, you'd be aware that stones get thrown around quite a bit in this neighborhood. If you're looking for trouble, you're far more likely to find it out there than in here.
I meant if you'd seen anyone out of the ordinary near your shop.
Only the 2 men from the police who entered it tonight. That is most definitely out of the ordinary.
It's been like a long time dream of mine to do an illustration for games like this where you do just headshots of people. I would love to do that.
Have you found any evidence of a break-in?
No, the front door is always locked. My assistant Trevor and I are the only ones with the key.
Are there any other points of access to the building?
The upstairs windows, I suppose, but I make sure to keep them locked, and neither of them have been broken.
Would you allow us to have a look upstairs?
Is that really necessary? I was just about to close up the shop.
It won't take but a moment.
Fine, I suppose you may, but please, don't dally too long.
Casebook updated. Woo!
So this burglar has been paying for the stolen goods?
That would appear to be the case, yes. I really don't think this could even be considered a crime. That's one of the reasons I didn't bother reporting it to the police.
And the other reasons?
Oh, I think I've already made those quite clear, Detective.
You mentioned your assistant has the other shop key. What can you tell me about him?
His name is Trevor Hastings, and he has been working for me for the past 10 years.
Do you trust him?
Implicitly. I've known him for ages, and he has been my full-time assistant since shortly after my husband died. You're not suggesting he had anything to do with this, are you?
Not at all. I would like to speak with him, though. Where might I find him?
It's Friday, so he should be on his way back from the docks right now. He'll be bringing my flower order within the hour.
Good. We'll meet him here, then. If that's all right with you.
I suppose I don't really have much of a choice, do I?
Did people in this time frame, like, just work all the time? Like, is that all they ever did? Like, was it not like a Monday through Friday deal? That's a stupid question, I know, but I'm curious.
Have you been in business long?
Yes, I opened this shop 30 years ago,
Damn.
along with my late husband, David. But the past 10 years, I've been running things on my own.
Don't you feel unsafe being here by yourself so late into the night?
Detective, when you've lived in this part of town as long as I have, it takes quite a lot to scare you.
I think that's all the
True.
information I need for now.
All right, Detective.
I grew up in New Orleans, and I, like, spent 8 years in D.C., and people are always like, aren't you afraid to, like, walk around at night? And I'm like, no. People don't get it.
Interesting choice of decor in here.
Perhaps it wasn't always used as a storeroom, although I can understand why it would have been converted.
Yeah, it is rather drafty in here.
I love this game. This is so Sweeney Todd. Like, damn. Like, if there was a barber chair right here and, like, a board that was loose. Ooh, why is this blinking? Like a loose board that had a bunch of razor blades in it. This would be, like, a Sweeney Todd set.
Unmarked, but if the smell is anything to go by, this is where the flowers are stored when delivered.
I'll keep my distance then.
Seems to be the broken pot storage area.
Why not just throw them away?
Yeah, why not just get rid
It's
of
likely
them?
they're going to be repaired. I noticed some faint cracks in some of the pots downstairs. I've seen this type of device before. It's a special container for growing plants. Specific temperature and water conditions can be adjusted. Seems to be empty right now, though, and judging by the dust, it hasn't been used in a long time, if ever.
It seems Mrs. Hanbrook isn't too fond of steam tech, or just doesn't understand it.
Pictures.
A young lady, perhaps a relation of Mrs. Hanbrook?
Or
I can
maybe
see the
Mrs. Sandbrook
resemblance.
herself.
Sort of.
A rather distinguished-looking gentleman.
Reminds me of Captain Snelling, if he ever smiled.
Window. God, I really am just hyper as hell right now. It's so funny.
Interesting. There's a gap between the window and the frame here. No wonder it's so drafty in this room.
And that wouldn't make it super hard to, like, stick something in here and unlock this latch.
The window latch, securely locked.
What?
I wonder
What are you thinking, Fordham?
that it's time for an experiment.
Yes,
I'm going to need
let's
a
do
tool,
it.
however. Something long and thin should do the trick.
Like a
Shouldn't
wire
be too
hanger.
hard to find something like that around here.
You could 100% do this. How do I look at the casebook? Oh, like this. Okay. Find a long, thin tool. Okay, pencil dick. Let's do it. Let's look out this window.
I don't think this window would serve as a viable means of entry.
It's a nice view, though. You can hardly see the vomit and manure piles on the street from up here.
Unmarked, but if
I'll keep my...
Alright.
seems to be,
Why not?
it's like,
Okay. How about over here?
I would imagine that keeping a consistent temperature in here is important for the flowers.
When do you suppose this contraption was last serviced?
Hard to say. Definitely not recently, if the dust buildup is any indication.
Oh, can we look at it again? See if there's anything.
Fascinating device, although it has nothing to do with the burglaries.
I guess not. How about here? Do they have a wire?
A young lady.
I can see...
Nope. Alright, let's go downstairs. Let's ask her a question.
I have a few more questions for you, Mrs. Hanbrook.
Very well, Detective. If it will help you conclude your investigation
Like one
faster.
of these. I need one of these. Upstairs window.
Mrs. Hanbrook, were you aware that there's a gap in the frame of the small upstairs window?
Is there? I only go up there to check that the window is locked. I've never noticed a gap. Are you
How?
suggesting that's how the burglar is entering the store?
Oh.
It's a distinct possibility, but I have yet to figure out exactly how.
Well, I trust you'll come to a satisfactory conclusion, Detective.
I think that's all the information I need for now.
All right, Detective.
Yeah, hanging plants. Can I have one of these hooks, please?
Aha! This hook is exactly what I need. Mrs. Hanbrook, may I borrow this hook for a few minutes? It's crucial to our investigation.
Is that so?
Yes, I
Oh.
promise I'll put it back as soon as I'm done.
Please do, Detective.
I love it when voices change, like, mid interview or something. Let's go, boy. Here we go.
Good. Bill, it's time for our experiment.
And what is this experiment going to be exactly?
Simple. I'm going to see if this hook can get me inside the shop.
Let's do this. I bet it works
Rather
great.
dark out here.
Watch your step then. This experiment of yours isn't worth a broken neck.
I'll be fine. Now then, could you please close and lock the window, Bill?
Okay, now what do I do? Oh! Yep. No problem.
Well, I'd say this is fairly incontrovertible proof that the building can easily be broken into without arousing suspicion.
Where'd you learn how to do that anyway?
You taught me, remember?
Nah. Are you sure it was me?
Positive. We were a few pints in at the Angel about 5 years ago, and you decided I should learn how to pick locks.
What else have I taught you how to do while drunk?
It wasn't
would be
exactly difficult. I mean, I knew as soon as we saw that, for crying out loud. Oh! Who's this?
Trevor.
Trevor.
Evening, Cecilia. I've got the order ready to bring in.
Trevor, these are Detectives Fordham and Leger. They say there's been a report about the burglaries, and they're here investigating.
I only did it because I think it's been going on too long.
Oh,
As
he
much
called.
as you want to, we can't handle this ourselves.
We can discuss the matter later. In the meantime, the detective would like a word with you.
I'll be needing to bring in the flowers first, if that's all right. Otherwise, some hooligan's likely to run off with them.
My partner will keep an eye on your flowers. Bill, would you mind?
Ah, the glamour of police work.
Yeah, well, somebody's got to do it.
Now, Mr. Hastings, if I could ask you a few questions.
Go on, then.
What can you tell me about the recent burglaries?
I wish Cecilia had contacted you lot sooner. She's a damn fine woman. But sometimes I think she'd rather jump in a rose bush than ask for help. Had to take matters into my own hands. This needs taken care of, and we can't do it on our own, as much as Cecilia would like to. Anyhow, alls I know is someone's been making off with some flowers and leaving money behind. No idea who it could be, how they're getting in, or why they even bother paying. In my day, if you robbed a place, you did it the right way. It's a sad state of affairs when even burglars don't do their jobs correctly.
Do you have much experience with burglary, Mr. Hastings?
Now, I never said that, Detective.
Have you noticed anyone or anything
Then what's
suspicious
the right
around
way?
here recently?
Nothing but the usual roughnecks, ragamuffins, and drunkards. Like I said, it's a real mystery.
Could you
Delivery.
walk me through the process of your deliveries?
Of course, there's no great science to it. On Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons, Cecilia gives me her list of flowers to pick up from the wholesalers. I head over to Gascon around sunset when they get their shipment, and I give them her order. They load up the crate, I pay for it, and then I lug it back here.
How long does that take?
Between moving the crate and getting it across the river on the ferry, a couple of hours. Usually the store's closed by then, so I use my key to get in and leave the crate inside for Cecilia to open in the morning. That's all there is to it. Told you it wasn't very complicated.
Do you ever leave the crate unattended during that time?
No, sir. Never more than a minute. I may be old, but I got good eyes. I'd see if there were anything amiss. Besides that, I check to make sure the crate is still sealed when I drop it off. I'm not about to let Cecilia down by being careless.
Oh, he's a nice guy.
How long have you been working for Mrs. Hanbrook?
Been about 10 years now, I reckon. I used to help with deliveries now and then when it was her and David, her husband. But after he passed, she offered to make me her assistant. Unfortunate way to get it, but I needed the work. Used to be I had a job at one of the airship yards, but they let me go after I was injured by one of those newfangled steam machines. So the offer came at a good time. Besides that, Cecilia needed looking after, even though she'd never admit it. If I'm being honest, we're both getting a bit long in the tooth. Not sure how much longer we'll be keeping this up, but as long as I'm upright and breathing, I'll be bringing these crates along, even if it is murder on my back.
I admire your work ethic.
I've got a job to do. Not enough people these days seem to respect that.
Thanks for your time, Mr. Hastings. I'll let you get back to work.
Appreciate it, Detective.
What a nice guy.
If you don't mind, Detective, I still need to check the crate before I bring it in.
I think.
Of course. Thank you again for your help.
I think somebody here is senile AF.
Learn anything?
Possibly. I may have an idea.
Really?
Well, you're being cryptic. That's always a good sign. But if you've got a plan, let's talk about it.
Okay.
Got a minute, Bill?
For you, Miles, I've got 5.
Great. Let's talk about the burglary.
I've heard of honor among thieves, but have you ever known a thief to pay for stolen goods?
Perhaps conducting normal business is just too boring for him. Do you think he might be doing it for the thrill?
There could be any number of reasons. The best way to find out is to catch the culprit and ask him ourselves.
Okay, how about Trevor? I'm curious.
Any thoughts on Mrs. Hanbrook's assistant, Trevor?
Yes. I feel sorry for him.
Huh?
Why? He seems to enjoy his work.
Nah, it's not that. He's obviously smitten with Mrs. Hanbrook. But she
Yeah.
won't give him the time of day.
I
What?
agree.
You only saw him for a few moments. How in the ether did you get that impression?
The way he looked at her, the way he spoke when he confessed to contacting the police. Shall I go on?
No,
Yeah.
that's fine. I see what you mean.
Really, Miles?
I
You'd be
agree,
surprised what
Bill.
you can learn from people if you just look at them.
Why bother doing that when I've got you to do it for me?
Surveillance.
Right. Based on what we've been told in our experiment, I can only conclude that our burglar is using the upstairs window to get into the shop.
So what do you propose we do about it?
It's happened repeatedly over the past 3 weeks, on one of the delivery nights. Since it has yet to occur this week, and today is Friday, logic dictates it should be tonight.
So we settle in and wait to see if the burglar returns? Catch him in the act?
Exactly. It's our best chance of solving this before the trail goes cold.
And I was really looking forward to getting that drink at the Angel tonight, too.
I know, but it's as you said yourself. There'll be plenty of other opportunities. Besides, forbearance is good for the soul.
Spoken like someone who truly has no idea how to have any fun.
I'm sure I'll get the hang of it one of these days, especially with your expert tutelage.
Okay, let's go have a chat with Mrs. Hanbrook. I'm sure she'll be delighted to know we're spending the night.
Yes. Oh, I'm so excited.
Damn, I forgot to bring my deck of cards again.
At least it's quiet up here. I'm surprised we didn't go deaf after the last time we did this.
What?
I said... Oh, right. Your sense of humor remains on point.
Miles, have you ever considered leaving all this behind?
What, you mean quitting the force?
Don't get
The force,
philosophical,
the
Bill.
city, going off and seeing what else is out there, you know?
I'd miss it too much. Wouldn't you?
I was thinking I might visit Harley out west. She makes it sound like a dream in her letters. Wide open spaces, fresh air. I know I'm a city boy and would probably miss New Britannia's filth and squalor after a week, but...
You should do it. A change of scenery never hurt anyone. Plus, it's much easier for you than it is for me. I've got a family to consider, after all.
Ah, right.
Oh, no, I didn't mean it like that, Bill. It's
Aw.
just... Shh.
I think I heard something.
Oh, who is it? Who
Oh,
is
no!
Bill?
it? You idiot!
Stop! Police!
Damn it! He's gone up the fire escape. We can corner him on the roof. Stay close and keep me covered.
What?
Bill!
Stay back, officer. Got a knife. Ready your pistol
No.
for him.
But you're too close!
I trust you, Miles. Your pistol, now!
Why can we
There's
see
really
him?
no need for this,
but not
officer.
him.
I respect your desire to uphold justice. Mine is more important. If you let me go, I won't come back. And we can all forget this ever happened.
Don't listen to this lunatic, Miles. Take your shot before things get worse.
No, let's
Look,
reason
we've
with
caught you
him.
red-handed. Put down the knife, let my partner go, and give yourself up.
I don't want to shoot
No.
people.
I'm not going to jail. Do you know what they do to people in there?
Yes, I do. If you cooperate, I'll see if I can get the judge to ease your sentence.
I appreciate your tactics, Fordham, but this really isn't the time.
Oh, man. Let's try
Come on,
reasoning
all you've
again.
really done is taken some flowers. You're not a killer. Don't make things worse for yourself.
You don't know anything about me.
Oh, shit.
One thing's for sure. I'm not going to jail. So let me go free, or else your partner is going over the side.
Oh,
Fordham,
crap.
this madman clearly can't be reasoned with. Take your shot, now!
I don't want to shoot him, though. Oh, man. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I'll do it. Go ahead.
No!
Oh, crap!
Bill! Oh, God! I am so sorry, my friend.
Oh, shit.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, shit.
Rough night?
Oh, shit.
Overdid it on the soporific.
Man, that was
Why
terrible.
do I feel like I've had this conversation before?
I'm just glad you're in the mood to converse again. Seriously, you took so much of that snake oil last night, I was starting to think you wanted me quiet for good.
Oh, I am bummed out. Okay, guys, I'm gonna leave it here. And we will pick this up again tomorrow, probably. And if you like this video, please hit the like button down below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, because that would be awesome of you. Follow me on Twitter, PC Gamer Girl, and follow me on Twitch, PC Gamer Girl YT. You can find all my links down in the description. And I'll see you guys later. Bye!